Well, on travel, I think we should, again, look at the broader picture. Unlike some large or resource-rich countries that can more or less shut their borders for a long time, Singapore cannot afford to do so. Certainly not for a prolonged duration of time. Why? Because we are small, we do not have insufficient resources. We need migrant workers to build our homes. We need migrant workers across a wide range of essential services for our own needs. We need migrant workers to care for our elderly. And so it's really very hard for us to close our borders permanently. Instead, we have always taken a risk-based approach in managing our borders from the start. How do we do so? Number one, we control the inflows of arrivals. So if you look at the situation today, say from January to now, the overall number of inflows have been about stable, sometimes a bit more, sometimes a bit less, but overall, it's been about stable. In fact, it's been coming down. This was even before we started restricting arrivals from India. We have already been very tight, to the point that the backlog of applications from companies and from potential employers here in Singapore has been growing significantly, considerably, and to the point where many projects have been suffering from delays, as all of us know. And more recently, when we restricted the flow of workers from India and from the entire South Indian continent, including Bangladesh, it means considerable delays will be added to all our projects. Some of our housing projects, BTO projects, may now well be delayed up to a year or more. So it does come at considerable cost to Singaporeans. Number two, beyond controlling the inflow and keeping it very tight, as we have been doing, and then even more so recently, we have always had a stay-home notice regime. So the migrant workers coming in or the inflows coming in do not come in without any isolation. They come in, they have to serve a stay-home notice regime. And we have been progressively tightening the regime over the last few months, not only recently, but even in the past. For the workers coming in the construction, marine, and process sectors, we already put in place a 21-day SHN. Before today's announcement of extending the SHN across the board to 21 days, the workers in the CMP sectors were already serving a 21-day isolation in the SHN facility and the onboarding centers. And we were testing them more regularly in order to pick up the infected cases. Thirdly, we prioritize the vaccination of officers who are working on our borders and checkpoints in order to minimize and reduce the risk of transmission. So we have put in place all of these measures from last year all the way till now. But despite these measures, we know that there are leaks into the community from time to time. We knew that this risk could happen. Even, for example, in a country like China, where they have also very tight border measures, I read a report recently where they said that the Indian variants had likewise leaked into several cities and have been picked up in several cities. So the point is, we continue to keep our border measures as tight as possible, but we cannot rely solely on border controls. We have to make use of other tools at our disposal: testing, tracing, safe management measures, and now vaccination. And if we do all of this well, then we can control the spread of the infection in our community.